Well, a polar vortex, an Arctic blast, descended upon Texas, and it resulted in, 5-6 days where we never even got above freezing, which is very rare for Texas. Now, while that brought some nice thick cold air and some low ceilings for those who wanted to practice some actual IMC, it wasn't good for a client of mine who likes us to do a monthly photographic and video survey of their construction project. So we're driving to Garland, Texas, which is northeast of Dallas, and we're going to jump in a helicopter at Sky Helicopters and do our video and photo survey.
We arrived at Sky Helicopters and met with pilot Aaron Dahl. We briefed our route, especially important as we were going to be traversing the busiest spots in the Class B airspace. We would pass by Addison, a Class D, right through Love Field approaches and then DFW, before finally transitioning through Alliance and Fort Worth Meacham. 2 Class B airports and 3 Class Ds, and all at 1,000 feet AGL. When we did our last survey, video was best at that altitude, but 3,000 was better for the stills.
The important thing is having a straight run video-wise, but we got away with that last time, so that'll work.
So we're going to try and get that, but that might put us up into traffic.
Okay, cool.
Good, we did.
Let's go flying.
Were you wanting to mount it the same way?
Yes. Yeah.
We mounted the still camera to the bottom and climbed into the helicopter. I sat in the rear with the remote camera controls. Joseph, shooting in the front seat, was taking his first ever helicopter ride.
That works.
Garland traffic 1 Tango Victor is taking off from the main head to the north, a west turnout Garland.
November 1 Tango Victor, I observed half mile south of TI, stay intention.
Like a northwest transition to the Vista Ridge Mall and then westbound into the DFW Bravo.
November 1 Tango Victor, just continue over 635 for now.
Over 635, 1 Tango Victor.
So this is an incredibly busy airspace right here. You've got Addison, Love Field, and DFW all kind of converging here.
Yeah, we're right in the northeast corner of Dallas.
And add to that the George W. Bush TFR area just to the south.
Yeah.
Tricky.
Yeah, we're about a half mile north of the George Bush TFR. So,
November 5 Quebec, turn base now.
if you're familiar with the DFW area, Forest Lane, which is the east-west road, is right on the north boundary of the TFR.
So, Aaron, how long have you been flying helicopters?
April makes like 2 years.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, well, for commercially.
Oh, right.
2 years commercially. And then my flight training took 2.5, so. He was probably talking to Love Field or trying to get me a squawk code into the Bravo.
Yep. Tango Victor, squawk 4636.
46361, Tango Victor.
Number 1 Tango Victor, traffic off to your right hand side. There's a Bonanza turning base, 1,500.
We got him inside, 1 Tango Victor.
1 Tango Victor, roger. 950 limit, traffic edge inside. 50 limit. What's an hour Victor, you start your descent. Starting descent, 9 Victor.
I expected him to go a little wider for the base.
Yeah,
They turned
it's a
him kind of
Bonanza.
close.
Number 1 Tango Victor, contact left tower, 126105.
2605, 1 Tango Victor. Love approach helicopter 991, Tango Victor, 1100.
Helicopter 991, Tango Victor, left tower, roger, verify 4 north, correction 3 north of Love, westbound at 1100, say request.
Position checks, we'd like a northwest transition to the Vista Ridge, route westbound through DFW.
1 Tango Victor, radar contact, maintain VFR as requested.
Maintain VFR as requested, 1 Tango Victor. DFW East Tower helicopter 991, Tango Victor, 1100.
Helicopter 991 Tango Victor, DFW Terra, roger, wind 320 at 13. The DFW altimeter is 3032.
3032, 1 Tango Victor. DFW West Tower, helicopter 991 Tango Victor, 1100.
American 560 DFW Tower, Causeway, turns cruise Bravo with a heavy Boeing 777, 36 left, cleared to land, 135012.
Oh, 777.
Convoy 3372, DFW Tower, runway 36 right, line up the lane. 560 said Alpha Terminal now. Yeah, east side, thank you. American 60 Heavy, Park West side. American 60 Heavy, holds runway 36 right at Whiskey Kilo. American 35, attrition 2309, copy. 1 Tango Victor, DFW Tower, DFW altimeter 3032, what's your request?
3032, westbound transition to Alliance, 1 Tango Victor.
Convoy 3372, we're now at G boundary 36 right, clear for takeoff. American 353, your west side parking, thank you. Runway 36 left, cleared to land, wind 34010.
Visibility is actually
Runway
amazing today.
350, DOTB,
Yeah.
36 right, line up the lane. American 357, kind of departure.
How long did it take you, Aaron, to get your helicopter pilot's license?
Potential for Alpha Operation Sierra, departure is Tango, current
I want to say it took right about 2.5 years.
Envoy 3372.
It took a little longer than most. I took a couple small breaks to save up a little more money, but I was also only going 2 to 3 days a week. I was working full time going through school, so I could only do so much.
1 Tango Victor, proceed on course, resume your navigation.
Oh, nav, 1 Tango Victor. Some people I know have managed to do it in about 9 months. Others.
Envoy 3350, turn left, hang 340,
A few years,
36
so.
right, clear for takeoff. Envoy 3270, DOTB Tower, runway 36 right, line up the lane.
Yeah. Tower can
American
get kind of loud
550,
sometimes.
Taxi Echo, Yankee, hold short, of runway 36 right. Sequence should be Envoy 3354, Buffalo American 513, Envoy 3822, Alaska 655 is number 5.
It's really weird to fly at this altitude, being fixed wing.
Envoy 3350, contact departure.
I remember one of my first private pilot lessons. The instructor said, was telling me about the 4 laws of flight, and he said they don't apply to helicopters.
No.
That the helicopters are so ugly, the ground repels them into the air, is what he said.
We prefer to think of it as we beat the air into submission. So,
Nice. Do you have any other ratings or endorsements?
I don't.
What else is there for a helicopter?
There's not. It really just goes into type ratings.
Envoy 3270,
You can get an
contact
ATP rating.
I guess all the guys ferrying people out to the oil rigs and
Yeah.
the big 20-seaters.
Alliance Tower, helicopter 991 Tango Victor.
Sorry.
Helicopter 991 Tango Victor, Alliance Tower.
991 Tango Victor's north end of 100. I'd like to do a road survey 35 southbound. We'd like to climb to 3,000 once we get up to TMS.
Helicopter 1 Tango Victor, Alliance Tower. Roger, you can proceed direct to TMS, and then I'll coordinate for an altitude. For now, though, no higher than 2,500 until further advice.
No higher than 2,500, 1 Tango Victor.
Helicopter 1 Tango Victor, Alliance altimeter 3033.
3033, 1 Tango Victor.
And if you could, once you get on station, let me know, and then how far about you're just going to be holding at that area.
We're going to start at TMS, and we're going to eventually transition 35 all the way down south of downtown Fort Worth.
Roger.
Aaron, what was the hardest part of getting your helicopter's license?
It was definitely the flight instructor rating, just for the fact that when you get done with your commercial, you think, okay, I sort of have a handle on what I'm doing here. You know, I can do approaches, I can do all this other stuff, but all of a sudden the training now becomes, okay, you talk about it while you do it. And that was a lot harder than I expected. I think most initial flight instructors find that as well, that they're used to doing something, but then to verbalize what they're doing and teach it as well and give corrections. By that time, certain maneuvers just become habit, and you don't
Muscle
realize,
memory.
Yeah, it's just muscle memory. So you don't realize that, okay, my left foot's doing this, my right foot's doing this. You know, I didn't realize I lowered the collective there, but I did. So you really have to think about each thing you're doing and still verbalize it. So
the instructor card was was the toughest thing.
I definitely think it was the toughest. A lot of people hate their instrument rating just for the fact that you stare at instruments the entire time. But I really liked it. It's very practical. You do one thing, you do another thing, you do this thing, and you get where you're going.
Well, I haven't
seeing outside. So.
I haven't gone for a CFI, but instrument was definitely my toughest so far.
Yeah.
But much tougher than the private.
And it's harder as well. You know, we don't have autopilot systems.
Oh, right.
So everything's
yeah,
hand-flown.
we get autopilots.
There's no, okay, let me just trim it out real fast and then write down my clearance and flight. It's not as simple as that. So makes it a little more difficult for us.
But how often do you fly IFR in a helicopter?
We don't.
Yeah.
You don't really truly fly IFR until you're twin engine.
Right.
Flying either EMS or offshore. Those are really the guys that'll fly IFR. 0 actual time, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even though I have like 60 simulated instrument, I have 0 actual. So.
All right. So I'm going to get ready here. Looks like the GoPro's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and start the GoPro.
South, 34 left for 5 terminal.
Okay, this is really cool.
Roger, runway 34 left, you're clear to land, and then you expect to either exit at Golf or Hotel, your choice. Wind 340 at Niner.
So you got one guy turning base.
Yeah.
He's wing up, and then you have one more guy turning base going wing up now.
Yeah, I'll get the first guy and then see if I can.
Tower, flight helicopter 108.
Helicopter 108, line sir.
Yes, sir. Alpha 2 is hotel ready for a VFR departure westbound in sequence.
Wait, 108, Roger. Let's wait for that Airbus to come by right to left, and then we'll get you out.
108, ready.
Okay. And when you're ready, we are
ready
good to keep going.
Yeah, go ahead. That'll
Okay.
get me closer anyway.
Okay. And you're good for this?
Yeah.
This section? Okay. Then I'm going to keep flying.
Helicopter 1 Tango Victor, additional traffic on midfield, left downwind for runway 34 left, so travel error.
We're looking for the traffic, 1 Tango Victor. 1 Tango Victor is done with the survey, eastbound departure.
Helicopter 1 Tango Victor, Roger, proceed eastbound.
Eastbound, 1 Tango Victor.
Mach 21 flight, turn right at Hotel.
Those things just don't look like they're moving.
No, they don't.
I don't know how those things stay in there. You can't explain it to me. I won't understand it. That's a big old hunk of metal that shouldn't be flying. Like
This is from a guy who's flying a helicopter.
Hey.
A small hunk of metal that absolutely shouldn't be flying.
This thing, in all matter of fact, should not be flying. But I understand how it does. You strap 2 big old engines to that. And you're telling me that it flies like 6,000 nautical miles?
It's called the Bernoulli effect.
That's right. Yeah, and a lot of PFM.
PFM.
Pure frickin' magic.
GPS 1, roger. 1 able ident, verify 1,200. Level altimeter 3034.
3034, there's a Fox 40.
Number 1350 Sierra 737 traffic departure, roll caution, wake turbulence, running 31 left, wind 3207, clear to land. Southwest 9007, left tower, running 31 right, line of point. GPS 1, radar contact, 3 miles southeast of White Rock Dam, and you said you want to go present position southeast of DFW?
Yeah, affirm, whatever's easier for you. We can cross south or go north, whatever.
GPS 1, roger. Maintain VFR south of downtown, and then we'll start going to the northwest at that time.
Yeah, we'll go for GPS 1. 3 miles south.
It's been a great flight here with Aaron, who's showed us a lot. Plus, we were able to get the job done. But on the way back, we were able to fly right by DFW and left field. Now, what we are doing for this photographic survey of a construction area and video, yes, it can be done these days with drone, but we're covering a good 12 to 15 mile length, and you can't do that very easily with a drone, especially nestled right in the middle of Class Bravo with a Class D airport right there. So drones really don't work. They get in the way. They're a bit dangerous for what we have to do. So we go with the big dog. We go with a helicopter with a camera mount that is actually probably more expensive than the helicopter itself, or it can be sometimes. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Sky Helicopters. It was a good flight today.